Imagine this, a humble penny in your pocket could be the key to your financial freedom. What if I told you that a 1968 D. Lincoln penny could be worth more than $1 million? Yes, you heard that right, a single penny, minted over 50 years ago, could change your life forever. Now, before you brush this off as just another story, let me ask you something. Have you ever checked the coin sitting in your old piggy bank or tucked away in a drawer? Because if you haven't, you might be sitting on a hidden treasure without even knowing it. But here's the kicker, most people overlook these rare pennies, and they end up lost forever. Don't let that be you. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how to identify it, and why collectors are paying astronomical sums for it today. First, let's dive into what makes the 1968 D. Lincoln penny so special. At first glance, it looks like any other penny. It's copper, slightly worn, and has the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front. So, what's the catch? It's all about the D mint mark. This tiny D under the year tells us it was minted in Denver. But here's where things get interesting. Some 1968 D pennies were accidentally struck with errors during production. These mistakes make them incredibly rare and sought after by collectors, and we're not just talking about a few bucks here. Depending on the condition, these coins can fetch hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars at auction. Quick question: when was the last time you gave your pennies a second look? If you're like most people, probably never. But hey, maybe this is your wake-up call. What makes these error pennies so valuable? Let's talk specifics. One of the most famous errors is the double die obverse. This means the coin was struck twice, creating a subtle doubling effect on Lincoln's profile, the date, or the words "In God We Trust." These details might be hard to notice, but trust me, collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Here's the thing, though, finding one isn't easy. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack. But isn't that part of the thrill? The idea that you could uncover a life-changing treasure from your loose change. Alright, let's lighten things up for a second. Imagine pulling one of these pennies out of your pocket at a grocery store. The cashier gives you a puzzled look as you yell, "This penny just paid for my retirement." Don't actually do that, but hey, it's fun to dream, right? So, how do you know if you've struck gold, literally? Here's your action plan. Look closely at any 1968 D pennies you have. Pay attention to doubling on the date, mint mark, or inscriptions. Check the condition. The better the state, the higher the value. Coins with minimal wear can fetch exponentially more. Here's the cliffhanger. Did you know that one such penny sold for over $1 million at an auction? That's right. A single penny. Imagine what that kind of money could do for you: a new house, an early retirement, or even a legacy for your family. But here's the catch: the window of opportunity is closing fast. As awareness grows, more people are hunting for these rare coins, driving up competition. Don't let this chance slip through your fingers. Take a moment after this video to check your collection. Don't wait until tomorrow. Your $1 million penny could be sitting right under your nose. And when you find it, don't forget to get it appraised by a reputable coin dealer or auction house. Now, let me ask you this: if a single penny can hold this much value, what other treasures might be hiding in plain sight? The world of rare coins is full of opportunities like this. Imagine finding a tiny treasure hiding in your pocket change, worth up to $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. The 1970 D. Lincoln penny might just be the key to unlocking a fortune you didn't know you had. So, before you toss that jar of old coins or let them collect dust, ask yourself, could you be sitting on a goldmine disguised as copper? The year 1970 wasn't just another chapter in history, it was the year a mistake at the Denver Mint created one of the most sought-after coins of all time. Now, what if I told you that one of these pennies, yes, a coin you could overlook in your spare change, has fetched tens of thousands at auction, and some are speculated to be worth even more? But here's the kicker: 99% of people will never even realize they have one. Why? Because they don't know what to look for. And by the time they do, the opportunity is gone. It's like having a winning lottery ticket, but throwing it away. Now, don't panic. I'm here to make sure you don't make that mistake. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to identify this penny and potentially change your life forever. First, let's talk about why this coin is so valuable. The 1970 Lincoln penny has a unique error, a doubled die. This means the date or other features of the coin appear slightly doubled. Think of it as the mint's version of a typo, but in the coin world, typos are worth a fortune. Now, before you start squinting at every penny under a lamp, let me warn you, this isn't obvious to the naked eye. You'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to spot the doubling, especially on the 1970 or the word Liberty. The best part? You don't need to be a coin expert, just a little patience and the right know-how could lead you straight to the jackpot, but here's the twist, not every 1970 penny with a doubling error is valuable. Condition matters. If your penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, we're talking big bucks. A collector once paid over $24,000 for one. And some experts believe that even rarer specimens could be lurking, waiting to shatter auction records. Let's pause here. Quick question, when's the last time you actually looked at a penny? If your answer is, I don't even pick them up anymore, you're not alone. But hey, maybe it's time to rethink that. So, how can you find out if your 1970 penny is the real deal? Here's your step-by-step guide. Use a magnifier to inspect the date and Liberty for doubling. Look for shiny, well-preserved surfaces with minimal scratches. Now, I know what you're thinking, what if I find one? Well, congratulations, my friend, you're holding history and potential wealth in your hand. But here's where it gets tricky, pricing and selling. How do you ensure you're getting the best deal? Should you auction it? Sell to a collector? Or hold out for an even higher offer? That's where most people make costly mistakes. And trust me, you don't want to be the person who sells $1 million penny for a few $100. Here's the good news, in my next video, I'll reveal exactly how to sell rare coins like the 1970 penny for top dollar. Because finding a valuable coin is one thing, cashing in on it is another. And you won't want to miss that. Did you know there's a 1973 Lincoln penny out there that could make you a millionaire? Yes, you heard that right, a simple, everyday penny that might be lying in your old coin jar could hold a value beyond your wildest dreams. Imagine trading a single cent for a chance to transform your financial future, but here's the catch, this penny isn't just any penny. It's the elusive 1973 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. And today, I'm going to reveal exactly why this coin is so special, how to spot it, and how its value has skyrocketed into the millions. But first, let's be honest, how many of you have ever tossed a penny aside, thinking, it's just a penny? Don't worry, you're not alone. Heck, some of us probably have a few stuck in the couch cushions right now. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know how to find this rare penny, but you'll also learn why collectors are willing to pay life-changing amounts for it. Let's rewind to 1973, a year of economic change and industrial growth. The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia was busy churning out coins, but they didn't include mint marks on pennies from their location. At first glance, this might seem like a minor detail. But what if I told you this missing mint mark turned a simple coin into one of the most sought-after treasures in U.S. numismatics? Now, here's the scary part, most people don't even realize they have one of these coins. They pass them on, spend them, or let them gather dust in a forgotten jar. And each time that happens, someone potentially throws away a fortune. Could you be sitting on a small gold mine without even knowing it? Imagine this, you're at the grocery store, about to pay with exact change. You hand over a 1973 no-mint mark penny, and the cashier nonchalantly tosses it in the till. Congratulations, you just paid for milk with $1 million coin. The reason for its jaw-dropping value? Condition, rarity, and demand. The better preserved the coin, the higher its worth. Collectors prize these pennies because they're so difficult to find in pristine condition. And here's where it gets exciting, recent auctions have seen these coins fetching 6, even 7 figures. But there's one key feature that can make or break the value of your 1973 penny. Don't worry, I'll get to that in just a moment. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for: how to know if your 1973 penny is the jackpot. First, look for the date, 1973, on the coin's front. Next, check for the absence of a mint mark beneath the date. No mint mark means it came from Philadelphia, increasing its rarity. Here's the exciting part: if your penny is in mint condition, no scratches, dings, or discoloration, it could fetch hundreds of thousands, or even millions, at auction. Time to grab that old coin jar, right? Now, before you run to dump your pennies all over the floor, remember, we're looking for that one rare gem. No need to panic if you don't spot it right away. But hey, it's a good excuse to finally clean out that junk drawer. Coin collecting is hotter than ever, and demand is only going up. The longer you wait, the harder it might be to find a collector willing to pay top dollar. The market could shift, and opportunities like this don't last forever, but here's the kicker: there's an even rarer feature some 1973 no mint mark pennies have, one that could double or triple their value. Want to know what it is? Make sure to check out my next video, where I'll reveal this hidden detail and how to authenticate your coins like a pro. So, what are you waiting for? Check those old pennies, because your journey to a wealthier lifestyle might just start with a single coin. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot this life-changing coin in your collection. And trust me, you don't want to miss this. Let me start with a question: when was the last time you checked your loose change? Be honest. Most of us ignore pennies, letting them pile up in jars or disappear under couch cushions. But here's the kicker: one of those ignored pennies could make you a millionaire. The 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny is the sleeper hit of coin collecting. Why? Because it's deceptively ordinary: no flashy designs, no special colors, just your everyday penny. But hidden in plain sight is a coin that collectors are hunting like treasure. The absence of a mint mark means this penny was struck in Philadelphia, but that's not what makes it valuable. It's the rare condition and historical quirks that skyrocket its value. Now, before you rush off to grab your coin jar, let me tell you why this is urgent. These coins are being snatched up fast by savvy collectors who know their worth. If you don't act soon, you might miss your chance to cash in. And let's be real, do you really want to tell your grandkids, "Yeah, I had $1 million penny once, but I spent it on a pack of gum"? Here's where things get exciting, and a little nerve-wracking. The value of a 1977 no mint mark Lincoln penny depends on one key factor: its condition. Coins that are graded as mint state 67 or higher are the ones fetching jaw-dropping prices at auctions. To put that in perspective, imagine a penny so pristine it looks like it was never touched by human hands. The highest recorded sale for one of these pennies was nearly $2 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2 million for a penny. But here's the catch: only a handful of these coins exist in this top-tier condition. You might be thinking, what if my penny has a little wear and tear? Don't worry, even pennies in slightly lower grades can still sell for thousands. That's life-changing money, folks. But the clock is ticking, and the market for rare coins is getting hotter by the day. Now, how do you figure out if your penny is one of these golden tickets? Don't go anywhere, because up next, I'll show you exactly what to look for. Alright, let's get down to business. The first thing you need to do is inspect your 1977 penny under a magnifying glass. Here's what you're looking for: no mint mark. If there's a D or S under the date, it's not the one. Condition: any scratches, discoloration, or where will affect its value. Sharp details: look at Lincoln's hair, the lettering, and the edges of the coin. The crisper these details, the better. Once you've identified a potential jackpot coin, it's time to get it professionally graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and assign a grade, which is crucial for determining its true value. Now, I know what you're thinking: do I really have to spend money to make money? Well, if it could mean the difference between $1 and $1 million, the answer is a resounding yes. After grading, you'll need to decide whether to auction it, sell it to a collector, or hold on to it as an investment. Auctions often bring the highest prices, but private collectors might offer quick cash. Either way, you're looking at a life-changing payday, but here's the twist, there's one more secret about this penny that could double its value. Want to know what it is? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I'll be revealing it in my next video. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. So, here's the big takeaway, that old penny sitting in your junk drawer could be your ticket to financial freedom. Imagine paying off your mortgage, traveling the world, or finally living the life you've always dreamed of, all because of a tiny coin most people overlook. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, what if this tiny coin could make me a millionaire? Sounds far-fetched, doesn't it? But today, we're diving into the shocking story of the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin so valuable it's turning ordinary people into millionaires overnight. Now, before you brush this off as just another urban legend, let me ask you, what if you've been walking around with a small fortune in your pocket and never knew it? Let me tell you, collectors and coin dealers are scrambling to get their hands on this rare gem. And here's the kicker, many people don't even realize they own one. Stick with me because I'm not just going to show you how to spot this coin, I'll reveal how it's valued at up to $1 million and the exact steps you need to take to cash in. And trust me, you don't want to miss the crucial tip I'll drop at the end. It could be the difference between a life-changing payday and missing out completely. So, why is the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special? Here's the story. In 1984, the U.S. Mint accidentally released a batch of pennies without the tiny D or S mint marks that indicate where they were made. This error created one of the rarest coins in modern history. And when we say rare, we mean crazy rare. Let me put it in perspective. Finding one of these pennies is like finding a needle in a haystack, except this needle could pay off your mortgage, fund your dream vacation, or even retire you early. But here's where it gets really interesting. Some experts believe there are thousands of these coins still out there, hiding in piggy banks, coin jars, or even in the loose change sitting in your car cup holder. Think about it, when was the last time you actually checked your pennies? Exactly. Most of us ignore them. But now's the time to start paying attention, because the value of this coin has skyrocketed in recent years. And let's be honest, how often does a penny get to be the MVP of your day? Cue chuckle-worthy sound effect. What drives this insane value? Two things, rarity and condition. Coins in near-perfect condition, known as mint state, are the golden tickets. These can sell at auction for jaw-dropping amounts, sometimes as high as $1 million, but wait, here's the part nobody's telling you. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever. Collectors are in a frenzy, and prices are climbing fast. If you've got one of these coins, the clock is ticking to cash in before the market cools, but how do you know if your 1984 penny is worth millions? I'll give you 3 surefire ways to spot one in just a moment. Alright, here's what to do next. First, grab your jar of coins, purse, or wherever you keep your change. Look for a 1984 penny. Once you find one, flip it over and inspect it closely. Look for the absence of a mint mark under the year. A true 1984 no-mint mark penny will have no D or S printed on it. Examine its condition. Is it scratched up, or does it look shiny and flawless? The closer to mint state, the more valuable it becomes. Confirm its authenticity. If you think you found a match, take it to a professional coin dealer or grading service to get it verified. Now, here's the exciting part. Once authenticated, you're holding a piece of history worth serious cash. And even if your coin isn't in perfect condition, it can still fetch thousands of dollars. And let's be real, when was the last time anyone got this excited about a penny? Cue playful sound effect. But here's the deal, not every 1984 no-mint mark penny is created equal. There's one specific characteristic that could instantly multiply its value, and it's something most people overlook. I'll explain what it is in just a moment. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with this. Imagine finding this coin, cashing it in, and finally crossing off that big dream you've had for years, a new home, a debt-free life, or an early retirement. This is your moment to stop wondering what if and start acting. Don't wait. Start checking your change today. Your millionaire moment might just be one penny away. 1986 Lincoln penny, with no mint mark, selling for over $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But here's the kicker, this isn't just a collector's fairy tale. It's happened before, and it could happen to you. In today's video, I'm going to reveal how you can identify this rare coin, why it's worth so much, and how you can potentially cash in on this life-changing opportunity. Now, before you dismiss this as too good to be true, let me ask, when was the last time you really looked at the coins in your change jar? That pile of pennies could be your ticket to financial freedom, but here's the catch, if you overlook the one tiny detail we're about to uncover, you might unknowingly throw away a fortune. Stick with me, and I'll guide you step by step. Now, why is the 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny such a big deal? First, let's understand that no mint mark phenomenon. Most pennies are stamped with a tiny letter, D for Denver or S for San Francisco, that indicates where they were minted. But in rare cases, due to a minting error, some coins were released without any mark at all. This might seem like a small mistake, but in the world of coin collecting, small mistakes mean big money. Here's why. Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, are willing to pay top dollar for these errors because they're incredibly rare. In the case of the 1986 no mint mark penny, there's a perfect storm, scarcity, demand, and, yes, a dash of mystery. Let's put it this way, finding one is like discovering a golden needle in a haystack. But unlike a needle, this little coin could buy you a new house, pay off all your debts, or even fund your retirement. Now, I know what you're thinking, where's the proof? Don't worry, we're getting to that. But first, let me ask, how would you spend $1 million? A luxury vacation? A dream car? Let me know in the comments below. Now, back to the penny. What makes these coins so valuable today? Here's the exciting part, how you can find one of these pennies. First, grab your change jar, that forgotten stash of coins in your drawer, or even the loose change in your car. Look closely at each 1986 Lincoln penny, focus on the area beneath the date. If there's no mint mark, not even a faint one, you may have struck gold. But hold on. Before you celebrate, there are a few things to check. Is the coin shiny and free from heavy scratches? The better the condition, the higher its value. Authentication is key. A professional coin grading service can confirm whether your penny is the real deal. But here's where it gets tricky. How do you sell a coin like this for maximum profit? Should you auction it off, sell it privately, or approach a dealer? Each choice could mean the difference between a decent payout and a life-changing jackpot. I'll reveal the best strategies in just a moment, but first, let's talk about how much this coin could actually be worth today. Recent auctions have seen error coins like this selling for jaw-dropping amounts, $5,000, $50,000, and yes, even over $1 million. The exact value depends on the coin's rarity, demand, and condition, but make no mistake, this isn't pocket change we're talking about. Imagine the thrill of holding $1 million coin in your hand. It's more than just money, it's a symbol of financial freedom and the possibility of a completely transformed life. And hey, it's a lot easier than winning the lottery. Plus, you don't even have to buy a ticket, so what's stopping you? Right now, somewhere in America, someone is holding this rare penny without even knowing it. Could it be you? Don't let fear or procrastination cost you a fortune. Take action today. Start checking your coins, get them authenticated, and if you find the 1986 no mint mark penny, share your story, it might just inspire someone else. You're holding a humble 2005 Lincoln penny, and it turns out to be your golden ticket, worth up to $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny could potentially change your life forever. Before you roll your eyes, ask yourself this, what if I'm holding on to one of these rare coins right now and I don't even know it? Where we uncover hidden treasures in the most unexpected places. Today, I'll share everything you need to know about the rare 2005 no mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin so elusive and valuable it's like finding a needle in a stack of diamonds. Now, before you rush to check your piggy bank, stick around. I'll reveal exactly what makes this penny so extraordinary, how to identify if you have one, and, of course, the jaw-dropping amounts people are paying for it right now. Here's the kicker: missing even one of these details could cost you a fortune. So, are you ready? Let's dive in. Let's start with what makes the 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny unique. This penny lacks a mint mark, meaning it wasn't struck at any of the typical U.S. mint facilities like Denver or Philadelphia. Coins without mint marks are unusual, and when combined with a rare error or unique condition, their value skyrockets. Here's where it gets exciting: collectors are hunting these coins like treasure, willing to pay outrageous amounts. And here's why: the better the condition of the penny, the higher its value. Coins graded as MS-70 mint state can fetch astronomical prices. Think of it as the difference between a slightly worn dollar bill and a crisp, untouched one. The fewer coins available, the more valuable they become. Some 2005 pennies with no mint marks are paired with doubling errors or misprints, an absolute jackpot for collectors. Now, let me ask you this: have you ever thought about what's sitting in that forgotten coin jar in your drawer? Could there be a treasure hidden there, waiting to change your life? And don't worry, I'm not suggesting you quit your job to become a full-time penny hunter, yet. But hey, if your boss starts acting up, you might want to double-check that spare change. Okay, let's talk numbers. The current market value of a 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition ranges anywhere from $5,000 to over $1 million. Yes, 7 figures. Here's the real question: do you know how to spot if your penny is worth life-changing money? But here's the catch: some 2005 pennies are intentionally misrepresented in online auctions. I'll reveal how to avoid costly scams and ensure you're getting the real deal, coming up next. Now, here's where your journey begins. That dusty jar of coins or forgotten stash of pocket change could hold the key to financial freedom. Imagine trading a penny for $1 million check. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? But someone, somewhere, is cashing in right now. Don't let fear of the unknown hold you back. Dig through your collection, inspect those coins, and who knows? You might just uncover the treasure of a lifetime. And hey, don't wait too long. Coins like these are skyrocketing in value as collectors scramble to find them. The longer you wait, the higher the stakes, and the competition. So, are you ready to take the first step toward uncovering your hidden wealth? It all starts with one penny. Remember, fortune favors the bold, and sometimes, the thrifty. Before you dismiss this as just another internet story, let me tell you, this isn't some wild fantasy. Coins like this are out there, and collectors are desperate to get their hands on them. The question is, do you have one? And if you do, could you be sitting on a goldmine without even knowing it? But hey, before you dump your entire coin jar on the floor, let's break this down. I mean, do you even know what makes this penny so special? Or are we just hyping up pocket change for fun? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only know what to look for but also how to cash in big if you strike gold, or copper, in this case. Let's start with the basics. Why is the 2014 Lincoln penny with no mint mark even valuable? On the surface, it looks like any other penny. But here's the catch: it's not just about the date or the mint mark. Collectors are searching for perfect condition, error coins, and unique characteristics that make this coin one in a million, literally. Take this for example: pennies without a mint mark were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Normally, that's no big deal. But certain batches from 2014 showed errors during production, minor flaws that are like catnip to collectors. Think double dies, off-center strikes, or even unusual metallic compositions. These pennies are rare, and rarity equals value. Now, here's where it gets exciting: one of these coins sold for an eye-watering 6 figures at auction. But wait until you hear what the highest recorded sale for this coin was. Spoiler alert, it's enough to make your jaw drop. Still not convinced it's worth looking? Let me hit you with some cold, hard facts about how much these pennies are going for right now on the market. Current market values for these rare 2014 pennies are absolutely staggering. Depending on the condition, some coins have sold for as low as $1,000, but here's the kicker. A flawless example, graded by professional coin graders, can fetch up to $1.2 million. Imagine turning one penny into over $1 million. That's not just life-changing, it's generational wealth. At this point, your wallet might be feeling neglected. Why don't I have a penny like that? Well, don't worry. Your odds might be better than you think. Here's what you need to do right now. Grab your stash of pennies, check that jar, your wallet, or even the couch cushions. Look for a 2014 penny without a mint mark. Then, inspect it carefully. If it's in pristine condition or has noticeable errors, don't clean it. Cleaning can destroy its value. But what if you find one? How do you make sure you don't get scammed, and how can you ensure you get the highest possible price? That's where the real money-making secrets come in. And I'll share exactly how to navigate that in an upcoming video, so make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications right now. Listen, this isn't just about pennies, it's about seizing an opportunity. Every coin has a story, and this one could rewrite yours. Imagine the possibilities, selling a simple coin and living the life you've always dreamed of. The only question left is, will you be the one who takes action, or will you let this slip away? Don't wait. Start checking your coins today, because opportunities like this don't come around often. And remember, sometimes the smallest things in life hold the greatest value. Until next time, happy hunting.